Today we're going to be kicking off the series of collaborations. Hopefully more to come, and I'm really excited. We'll see you in a second. Miranda, what are you about to perform here?
A hate crime on her.
Give her a...
We're about to perform a hate crime on her manicure.
Okay.
So, in my family, my grandma has Alzheimer's, and her memory's fading. And a lot of people in my family don't have the best memory, but it's not like they have Alzheimer's, exactly. It's just we don't have the best memory. And that's fine, but a way that makes me feel better about maybe my future being Alzheimer's is that I'm creating moments that I can pause and go back and look at. And then also for doing that for weddings, I think it's it's hard and it kicks my butt at times. And sometimes it completely wears me out, but it's also a really sacred position to me to be able to capture that special time, because it's something that, maybe if one of them does lose their memory in the future, they can go back and look at these photos together and it sparks something. And it doesn't have to be Alzheimer's for everybody, but I mean, we're all getting older and we're all aging, and I think photos are a great way to hold a moment, Today, what I would consider what we did a creative shoot. We got creative. I think it's something out of the norm of just having a good outfit put together. There is other variables. There's a textured backdrop, or there is other texture. There's other props, that kind of add to it. I feel like in regular portraits, the most normal prop you get is a graduation cap or something. Yeah. And so being able to make something that's a little surreal and control enough to where you can control the texture of the background, the accessories, and today we even painted her hands. Doing a creative shoot is being more in control of the shoot than just letting the client or model just go out what they will. I feel it's more guided, more posed.
Yeah.
You kind of have an idea of what you're thinking, a color scheme.
Yeah.
I definitely had a color scheme in mind for
I could tell.
Yeah, I really I don't mean to be monochromatic. I'm not trying to make that my theme, but it does seem the more I do creative shoots, that is more of the theme. I really enjoy that. Creative shoots are bringing all you've got to the table, and I think that that's the best way to show my personality through my work. I don't know if it comes out that well sometimes. I hope it does, because I feel my personality is a little more chaotic than my work. But that's what I see as a flaw in my personality, and I try to bring it down in my work and make something that's aesthetically pleasing and not too chaotic. I think creative directing and shooting, that's my favorite. And weddings are really fun and it's special, but I think weddings are also very chaotic. And it's exhausting. I like it. It's fun, but it's exhausting. So I think something that's more in my lane right now is I really love doing creative shoots and weird poses with props that you wouldn't expect, or just unusual stuff,
Yeah.
That's the job. That's the dream job. I don't know if that's a fashion photographer or not.
I don't know either.
But I would love for a fashion brand to hire me, give me a model and several looks and piece it together and shoot.
Ooh.
That's my dream job. This is why I'm pushing myself to do more creative shoots.
Would you have any advice for someone who has not unlocked their creativity yet and wants to take a step towards it?
Do it. Do it if you think it's stupid.
Do it if you think it's stupid.
Yeah, do it if you think it's stupid. I heard something the other day on Instagram. It was a mom coach telling their kid how they can do something, and when the kid says, "I can't do this," And it's like when your kid says, I can't do this, say you can. You're just learning how. And I have been taking that and telling myself that, like, I can do this, I'm just learning how. I can't say, like, I'm never going to be here where this person's at, like, in my work. I'm like, I could be there, I'm just learning how.
What top 3 advices would you give your baby self?
Number 1, I would tell myself to be more open to criticism. Charge people. Charge people. Don't be scared to charge people, because if you don't take yourself seriously, nobody else is going to. There's always an excuse is the answer.
True.
Don't make an excuse. Like, if you're hesitant.
There's people who make excuses and people who make progress.
Dude, did you read that on my fridge? Cool.
No.
Yeah, but yeah, there's people who make excuses and there's people who make progress.
Yeah.
And I try to remind myself that, because I've got more obstacles in the way of my career now than I have ever before. So I have to really want it. If the curiosity is there, that's enough. Don't make an excuse. If you're hesitant and you're thinking about doing it, you just try it out. There's no, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Another real quote, Michael Scott. It's good for my mental health to do something that, you know, is an outlet for me like that. And I don't think there's any cons to trying it. I think there's only pros. And if you don't like it, you don't have to do it. But there's many situations where having photography skills comes in handy, even if you're not a photographer. And don't compare yourself to other people, because if that will you'll never want to start if you're like looking at that and being like, I'm never gonna get like them.
Well, thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you in the next. Thanks.
Do you want me to not look? Okay.
Thank you for watching, everyone, and I'll see you guys in the next episode of Meet the Artist. No, I'm kidding. This.
Meet the Artist?
I mean, maybe that could be a series. Stick around. Meet the Artist. I'm planning to make more collaborations and make more interviews like this to bring you guys these wonderful artists and tell you their stories and their amazing advice. Thank you so much, and peace.